So we're gonna go into this game losing team fight from District 9. Um, they didn't quite lose the game off of this yet, but we're gonna go into why they lost, got team wiped, and then lost Fire Giant. We're gonna also go over the concept of neutral zone so that they better understand what a neutral zone is compared to um, what is safe, what's not safe, and what's safe to walk into. So looking at the map, we're gonna go into it straight away. The two neutral zones that you're going to see here is this is going to be considered neutral, or rather their territory, to where if they get past this point, there's no reason why should keep kind of trying to grab from there. Like if they dash that direction, there's no reason to keep going for that direction. Same thing here. If they jump in and dash in this direction, there's no reason to keep on looking for stuff here. This is technically considered neutral as well, but as a jungler, and Daji, for example, it's really good that she's flanking. How how he's flanking how he is, and we'll keep that in mind as we watch the fight later. So Naja and Shibalanke walk together. Naja should be walking through this choke first and looking to maybe CC, and then Shibalanke to follow up behind. So like right away you can see that this is kind of like bad. They're not technically pushed past into zones that are very threatening and very dangerous. They could potentially push that direction. They're in a spot to where they can be flanked by 4 people, and there's just 2 of them, which could mean pretty bad news. Silla's in the front line. Shibalanke is technically in the back. Okay, you got front line. Okay, right here we see Shibalanke is kind of like really close, hitting okay. So for instance, they're in a neutral zone right now, right? You just saw, and we just saw that there was 4 people right here. Them being here enables them to come from this direction, come around and flank from this direction, and they look to collapse on 4 of you guys right now, right? This is bad. Like the second a Sobek got into an area where you can't reach, like back here, there's no reason to continue to keep pushing for it. So back up, reset, do damage, back up, reset, and then go from there. Sobek should, like, Shibalanke shouldn't be here, like realistically, he should be dealing DPS from like back here, or back here, rather. Like we shouldn't even have been ult. Like at this point, it's like, okay, like Naja's ulted, but it's like, okay, Naja's ulted, but we can't really do safe damage here because they can be flanked from like several different positions. Sure, the Daji has them separated off in different spots. She's in ult animation, she's not really in ult animation. But the thing is, with Daji pushing them back here, the second that Raijin gets there, Daji should be backing and resetting, and then looking to fight with the team. Because right now she's zoning, but they're technically losing the fight because of the bad positioning from Shibalanke being ambushed by that. So like, Shibalanke being ambushed, he just got a shit ton of damage, and then they technically just lost the fight that they technically should have won. We do see Scylla hold ultimate quite a bit frequently. Not ulting, well, like just ulting based off of the Naja ult. I don't really say that the Sun Wukong is a good ult target to hit. We should be using our ultimate from Scylla for Daji's ult, and then just looking to maybe just crush and root the Wukong, force his ult out, and then look to maybe get ult reset later on in the fight. So yeah, at this point we're using our ults way too late. We watch Daji's point of view. Yeah, this is so wank, so wonky, like smite spectate. It's good flanking, really good flanking. Got DPS. Like the second that happens, like don't loop around anymore. Like reset. Look to help them in the back. Like CC the front line.
Come here,
yeah, and that's lost from there.
I just started having fun.
We'll kind of look to see what the Shibalanke did wrong. Way too forward. Not a lot of DPS taken, that's fine.
Force of nature.
See how they're playing back and they're playing so scared? Like they're playing to where it's hard for you guys to reach. Like right now you're just laying on the front line and that's fine. But with the Daji not doing enough to stop them because she doesn't have a lot of inherent CC, you know, like it's just not going to go very well. Plus that, just the flank, like getting absolutely destroyed from 1600 health, Shibalanke died from. Like if you guys were warded properly, if we're looking at wards, I mean you should have spotted out the Uller, like the Daji should have just at least maybe put presence. They could have turned around and tried to ambush and tried to collapse on her. That's when she would have ulted, potentially grabbed the front line, pulled ultimates, whatever, and then got out, and then you guys could have looked to fight from there with Naj ult. Just died. We're kind of missing abilities too. Like at that point, the fight's lost. We lost Shibalanke, but we're kind of like sitting around and watching, seeing if the Daji can get out. And it's like, okay, you could sacrificial lamb and send the Artio to try and bail him out. But if the Daji would have just died alone, and then the Scylla and the Naja would have got out, like that's a better trade than losing long five. It stayed way too long. Daji died anyways.
This is ridiculous.
Just reset, just come back, that's all you have to do. Even pull Fire Giant and give the illusion that you're fighting it, and then pull them in and then fight from there. So Scylla just pretty much missed a lot. Like the Ardio's not that, like it's supposed to be peeling. Not a lot of peeling. Like he's a solo laner, but at this point we picked Artio to be more of the peel kind of role for Susano, and that Artio should be looking for Susano like no matter what, making the job a lot harder. Yeah. And then it's just like fighting in the zones that are not really yours, or where you have to strain to get your damage off, and it just doesn't work. Like you guys can't consistently do damage together if someone can hit something that the other person can't do. So that's as best as I can explain it.